that have spent their life in the business. Luthaz, Jeff Jarrett, all have joined us on the show. It's great to hear the background stories. I love hearing stories of how people first fell in love with professional wrestling.
Absolutely.
That's my favorite question. Like the opening question, what was it about it? And everything from I've grown up with it. Personally, myself, it's a throwback to when my grandfather was alive and we watched wrestling together. And I think he had passed away when I was 6. So some of the very first memories I have of him were watching wrestling. The whole way up through the Attitude Era, huge fan of The Rock. Right in the post-Attitude Era, like tonight with Beth Phoenix. It's awesome to hear that moment when everybody's like, man, I really dig this wrestling thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, we're 3 Count Thursday here on NGSCSports.com. You can visit the site, NGSC Sports, for all the shows, all the written content, and more. You can visit the Spreaker player, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio app. Search NGSC. You can podcast our show directly, iTunes and Android, by searching 3 Count Thursday wherever you get your podcast audio. Yesterday, Ryan, was the NXT Takeover London show. A show that it was odd.
We're jumping into London already.
We are jumping to London already.
Let me just throw this out there. And I'm not trying to be sarcastic or smarmy or assy.
No, go ahead, Ryan.
If anybody's even listening to this, just send me a tweet, because I feel like everybody in the entire world is watching Star Wars.
Yeah,
like just shoot us a tweet at 3 Count Thursday and just be like, "Hey, I'm listening." That's all I ask. Simple little thing. Even the NFL, Jim, knew this was going to be a really bad day. Who is it today?
The Buccaneers and the Rams.
Like the NFL knew.
They're like,
no one's watching
let's
NFL
give them the Bucs
tonight.
and the Rams.
What is this? The very last week of SmackDown on? No, I guess this is what, the second to last week.
Oh, I'm sure they'll have a taping each of the next 2 weeks. I mean, God forbid they couldn't miss a chance to have another theme episode on SmackDown.
Trot the Big Show out in his diaper and New Year's garb.
I'm gonna, the thing I do miss more about the Attitude Era than I think anything else is the Christmas theme show, though, because we used to have the eight diva dressed as the slutty Mrs. Claus, which those outfits have gotten less and less slutty as the year goes on.
Right, they just straight up look like Mrs. Claus.
But yeah, dude, Star Wars everywhere, and I mean, here's the thing: I've seen all the Star Wars movies. I've seen all of them in the theaters because they had released the original trilogy in theaters, and then of course the prequel trilogy. I had seen those in the theaters. I don't even know if I'm going to see this one in the theater. Just be like, I couldn't tell you the last time I saw a movie in the theater. If I really think about it, it was probably about 6, maybe 7 years ago, maybe even 8 years ago.
Wow.
The local theater here between Lidditz and Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Penn Cinema, each Monday they show like a classic movie, and in December they showed it was like either every other week but they showed A Christmas Story. So the last movie that I saw in a theater was A Christmas Story. It was cool though to see that movie on
Jim, I kid you not, it might have been The Hangover was the last movie I saw in theaters.
Now, Ryan,
it might have been.
I assume.
I know I saw Rocky Balboa. I remember I watched that, but The Hangover was after that. Those are the last 2 movies I think. I'm just not a movie fan. I mean, Matt takes care of it for us. Matt watches all sorts of movies in all sorts of theaters.
Yes.
That's why Matt is not with us tonight.
Yes, he is Star Warsing tonight.
He's Star Warsing.
Are you a Star Warsing guy, Ryan? I'm assuming you're not.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
You've seen any of them?
I have not.
You have not.
I may have seen clips of them, but I have never sat down and watched a Star Wars movie.
Okay, I'm gonna name a couple of characters. Let me at least see if you know who they are. Darth Vader.
Yeah, he's the guy with the black. James Earl Jones portrayed his voice. I'm familiar with that. Yes.
Chewbacca.
Yeah, the big hairy dude, right, or whatever. He's the guy that just got the contract. to Tough Enough, right?
Yes. Yeah.
The Yeti or whatever. No, I'm just kidding. I know he's not the Yeti.
Chewbacca,
right.
is
Right.
the Yeti
Right.
and Braun Strowman's kid.
Yes.
Yeah. Luke Skywalker,
Yeah. Main character.
Princess Leia,
His sister.
Jabba the Hutt.
Well, now let me ask you about this because I haven't watched it.
Okay.
They're sisters, brother and sister,
Luke and Leia are sisters or
brother
siblings.
and siblings.
Yes.
When do they find this out?
Because
we're going out of all chronological order.
I want to say it's either during Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
But it's in either the second or third of the original movies. You find out. I want to say the third one.
You know what I learned most of my Star Wars stuff from about?
Where's that?
The Weird Al Yankovic song. Like that's how I've learned a lot of the storyline for Star Wars.
Hey, whatever it takes.
But yeah, I'm familiar with those two.
Boba Fett.
He's the bounty hunter.
Okay.
Correct? Wears the helmet.
Yeah. Jar Jar Binks. You have to know.
That was the idiot from the newest
Yeah,
movie,
yeah,
or the three set of movies that everybody thought sucked.
Yeah.
Why did everybody think they sucked? By the way, like that was a Lucas project, wasn't it?
It was a Lucas project. The reason they sucked, and is actually I think part of the reason why episodes 4, 5, and 6 were the ones that released in the 70s, is because episode 1 there was so much like information that had to be told, like about who is what and what is what. That I think if that would have been the first movie to be released, I don't think it ever would have been a thing.
Okay.
But like the way that episode 4 started when it came out in the 70s, it just grabbed everybody's attention, and it turned into a little known fact. Did you know that the term blockbuster originated because of Star Wars?
I am familiar with the term blockbuster because it would wrap around.
Because
blocks.
it wrapped around the entire.
I thought it was Jaws.
Block. No, I believe. If anybody's listening,
I'll tell you what, Dr. Chuck would know.
Dr. Chuck would know. He, our college professor, Ryan and I. Yeah, not only are we wrestling nerds, lifelong friends, we even went to college together.
And studied electronic media, so we know what we're talking about.
Yeah. But yes,
Matt, where did the term? That's right. He's
Matt
Star Wars.
Matt cannot answer us. But if you are listening at 3 Count Thursday, tweet us again. The number 3 Count Thursday. If you want to correct us, I think it's Star Wars. Ryan thought it might be Jaws. The term blockbuster. Which movie originated it? But yeah, Ryan. Everybody's Star Wars all over Twitter, all over Facebook. Now, I know we had a little bit of a discussion about spoilers and like when it's okay or when it's proper or improper to use the word to talk about things on social media. Now,
I don't care. If I knew the plot to StarArs, I would spoil it for everybody. That's as much as I don't care about Star Wars.
Son of a bitch. Well, no, just in general though, like because like. A TV show.
That's right, folks. My name is my Twitter handle is @3CT affiliate. All the hate mail goes to that Twitter account. All the hate mail. No, I shouldn't say that. I am Ryan. It's @RYN Eagle. Tweet me and let me know why I need to watch Star Wars. Here's my legit deal about it. 32 years old. Never watched Star Wars. If I started to watch a Star, I would never care to like watch a Star Wars at any given time.
Right.
Now everybody's talking about it, and that's so So if I start watching Star Wars and get into it now, I'm that guy.
Yeah, but I mean,
is it that great to be that guy?
Okay, but here's the thing, though. Like, if we have friends of ours, family of ours that have never watched wrestling,
correct?
Or like maybe we'll catch it while we're watching it, but have never been wrestling fans. If you and I take them to an LCW show or to a WWE show and they get hooked. Are we going to like chastise them because they've never watched? Or are we just going to enjoy the fact that they are wrestling fans?
I feel like Star Wars fans are different.
I don't know. We're both pretty nerdy.
Nerdy, yes, but I feel like Star Wars fans are just a bit snooty and inclusive.
You don't know what the difference between an Ewok and a Jawa is, you nerd.
I don't even know what. Isn't one of them like little gremlin bastards?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, more or less. I'm not going to.
This will surprise you. One wore like hoods and you could only see their eyes, right? And the other ones could not. Or am I thinking?
Yeah,
of the same thing?
yeah. And I mean, honestly, I've seen the Star Wars movies, and it always still confuses me because like I'm
Matt's
not
going to be so pissed when he listens back to this.
He is.
I can't believe these jerks who never really cared for the whole franchise. This is my Matt impersonation. Sorry, Matt, if it offends you. Are shitting up the airtime with stupid stuff like this.
So you looked it up. It was for Jaws. I sit corrected.
That's
Blockbuster.
Okay. I really remember that from Dr. Chuck's class.
I thought
if I remember anything.
My Dr. Chuck classes were at 9 a.m, so chances are I either wasn't there or I was hungover. So
again, sorry, Dr. Chuck.
I'm sorry to my parents who aren't going to hear this, but I'm just going to put it out there. I'm sorry that I probably wasted a lot of your money.
Yeah, but no, my profile picture on Facebook is not the little what do they call it, lightsaber picture.
I don't have a lightsaber either in mine.
I don't. You know what? Here's the deal. Most of my wrestling pictures are of me with wrestlers. So to each their own. I'm not crapping on you for being a Star Wars fan.
No, certainly not.
And I hope you don't crap on me for being a wrestling fan. My profile picture was just me and Lex Luger.
Or for not being a Star Wars fan. Let's not crap on Ryan for not being a Star Wars fan.
I don't care. That's fine. I'm fine with that. I've got broad shoulders.
Sure. Absolutely.
That's our little offshoot rant, not about wrestling. Folks, you can find us Facebook.com/3Count Thursday, Twitter, Instagram @3Count Thursday. Folks, we're selling shirts. Reach out to us. It's on the Facebook page, Facebook.com/3Count Thursday. The first 5 shirts. That's 5 shirts. Like Booker T would say,
5 orders, not even 5 shirts. You can order 5 shirts. That's 1 order. That order will ship for free.
Okay.
5 orders.
5 orders. First 5 orders ships for free. Shirts are $15. Just message us. Hook us up.
What size and where we sit,
right.
where we ship them out to?
I think we've got medium to 4XL covered. Maybe 3XL. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I want to say 3XL is our biggest.
Medium to 3XL.
Yeah. So
not to body shame, but we know wrestling fans run a little bit bigger than normal fans.
If we're body shaming, we're shaming ourselves.
We didn't get many smalls printed up.
Okay, yeah, no smalls. So if you need a small, get a medium and put it in a dryer.
I'm not going to guarantee it's to you by Christmas, but I'm going to guarantee you we're going to ship that son bitch to you for free.
Yeah. And if you order today, we'll get it in the mail tomorrow somehow, some way.
Yeah, we'll do that. Absolutely. It'll go out Friday. If you order it tonight, it'll go out Friday. That's for sure.
That's if you're listening. This is we are recording this. We are live Thursday, December 17th. I don't want somebody to listen on a Tuesday and be like, listen to it on Tuesday and say, you said you were going to get it out right away and we were going to get it by Christmas.
Yeah, no. I'm not guaranteeing crap by Christmas. Sorry.
No, hell no.
Here's the deal.
I ordered something. I ordered a Christmas Story T-shirt from 80stees.com. And it shipped. It was supposed to be it's coming from New York. We live in a town called Lidditz. This had gone today instead of to the Lidditz post office.
I thought we lived in Suplex City.
We do not live in Suplex City. It does not say that.
It does not exist. No, it doesn't.
Because it doesn't actually exist. But it went to the Leola, Pennsylvania.
Nice.
Post office
Why
today.
Not ship to ours, right?
So if anybody wonders maybe why the post office is going belly up, well, maybe it's because they can't get things to the right town on the right day. Just a thought. So now it's gone from Leola to Lancaster.
And then to come back to Lidditz.
Just to come back to Lidditz.
Nice.
So
nice.
So glad you're using
Leola in 15 minutes and picked it up yourself.
Right.
Good
glad
stuff.
Glad that
gas is going down. It's no big deal.
Right. Although it's a hell of a lot cheaper in New Jersey.
It is.
When we were down there for PBR Podcast, which is still coming in the wings, guys, go to PBR Pod on Twitter.
You know how I know it hasn't dropped yet? I haven't got #eggs yet tweeted to me.
Yeah, you haven't gotten eggs. If you don't know what that is all about, go subscribe to the PBR Podcast. Go to pbrpodcast.com.
Damn it.
PBR Podcast on Facebook, and go to on Twitter @PBR Pod. Subscribe to their podcast. You'll hear all of them. They drop on Mondays. Ours will be coming up over the next few weeks. So
I'm assuming we were so bad they had to do some extra editing. That's why it's
they had to figure out a way to stretch the picture on the cameras to fit our fat asses onto the screen.
They just put a censored picture over mine or something. It's just that offensive.
Ryan, we've gotten close enough to the hour break. Let's do the hour break and then come back, and we will talk about the NXT Takeover show that was yesterday. So stay tuned on the other side of the break here. 3 Count Thursday on ngscsports.com.